Recently, our SERRF Expanded Learning students completed a series of lessons focused on fire science. These lessons explored all types of fire-related topics, including fire prevention, careers in fire, and emergency management. In addition, students were challenged to establish a community service project that educates or helps the public. Their studies culminated in a field trip to Billie Park in Paradise. Find out more in this Future in Focus.
With fire season upon us and many of our local communities affected by wildfire, the SERRF program conducted 16 lessons over an 8-week period designed to introduce students to several aspects of wildfire and wildfire prevention. These lessons included the fire triangle, fire behavior, and wildfire's impact on the environment.
Kids studied fire science. They learned about fire careers. They learned about the 3 components of a fire. They learned about the structure of wildfires, how wildfires happen, how they spread, and then how to prevent wildfires. And they learned about different careers that had to do with forestry, biology, fire careers.
Another goal of these lessons was to empower students to take an active role in community service projects that helps resolve an issue within their local community.
Their community has been touched by fire, so we challenged them to create a community service project where they either educated the public or helped the public regarding a wildfire, because we are a wildfire-prone area. Some of them were doing community service projects where they wanted to help the community learn about combustible energy that can be around homes. They also did community service projects where they wanted to thank first responders. They were worried about older people and people with small children, so they did projects that would help create evacuation plans and to-go kits. They did a lot of research on that. They remembered and they learned about animals that possibly died or were injured, or the stress that their owners went under because of the fire, and trying to house the animals during the fire and trying to support the basic needs of the animals.
My community service project was about fire science, and we created an informational pamphlet. We gave pamphlets to all the kids that we presented to, and we hope that they will give it to their parents, and their parents will be soon be educated to fight against wildfires. My community service is donating stuff for the people that need it, and donating canned food, water, school supplies.
We're collecting supplies to donate to the animal shelter because we're helping them in the time of need in the upcoming fire season, because they are overstocked and full of animals.
Our community service project is like to donate foods, canned foods, vegetables, school supplies.
My community service project was on fire science, to learn about how to keep fires away since the Paradise Fire.
To solidify these lessons, students visited Billie Park in Paradise, where they experienced firsthand the rebirth of the area while rotating through educational stations led by partnering agencies.
So it's very instrumental on connecting with partners within our community to support our community. And so we wanted to bring them up here so that they could celebrate that. We also partnered with the Butte County Fire Safe Council. They lived through the fires here, and they've been part of the regeneration and the joy. So they brought their different aspects of it so kids can learn more about that and participate in it, and just to galvanize everything that the children learned.
But we have a whole variety of educational activities set up and a station rotation that talks a lot about how to live more safely with wildfire, and how we as people are living in areas that are more prone to wildfire, and just things that you need to know if you're living in the foothills or the mountains.
We are talking about how this is a fire adapted landscape and looking at the recovery from the campfire over the past 4 years of these fire adapted plants here.
Looking at Ready's Fire Safe remodel, which is a model that shows home hardening and defensible space.
And we go over things that students in particular can help their families with, and changes that you can make to a structure or the property around a structure to make it more likely to withstand a fire.
So we're here today to talk to some of the school kids about careers in the fire service, defensible space, and show them some of the tools that we use to keep the public safe.
We're helping kids experience some mindfulness out in nature. We're helping folks kind of use their breath to slow down and awaken all of their senses.
So have the goats out from Paradise Scapegoats, and we are going to talk about how we use those goats to reduce fuels to make areas but especially around communities and canyons and areas that are harder to get more fire safe.
Anywhere that there's people interfacing with wild lands, there's a tremendous wildfire potential, and there are a variety of different ways of trying to manage it, but goats are an age-old and time-tested way of managing land, and they do a terrific job of.
And then we have another member of our team leading a nature journaling activity where students will get to use their observational skills. We're right here, it's a hot day, it's about 80 degrees, but we're still in spring. So just taking note of the environment and how fire might be an influence on our environment, taking a look at some of those seasonal changes.
Well, obviously we want to prepare for the future generations and have some folks to replace us when we leave. But more importantly, having them have an understanding of what we're looking for when we show up to an emergency to assist us and get into the right location in a timely manner.
Through these projects, students were able to make a positive impact in their community while also applying the knowledge and skills they learned in the program. All of this while having a great time.